Ever looked at a massive train speeding past and thought, man, driving a train must be the easiest job ever. You just sit back, pull a lever, and enjoy the scenery. Well, you couldn't be more wrong. Being a train driver isn't just blowing a whistle and staring at tracks all day. It's the intense, high-stakes journey filled with screaming passengers, split-second emergency braking, freezing weather, and zero room for mistakes. Today, we are ranking your life as every train driver, starting all the way from a clueless beginner playing with plastic tracks in a basement to an elite maglev pilot flying across magnetic fields. How far do you think you'd survive before making a fatal mistake? Let's find out. Level 1. The Toy Train Hobbyist. Welcome to the very beginning. You don't actually drive a real train yet. You operate a 1:87 scale plastic model train in your dark basement. Your entire room is covered in tiny plastic tracks, miniature mountains, fake trees, and tiny plastic passengers. You sit on a small wooden stool wearing an oversized conductor hat, carefully adjusting a tiny speed dial. You feel like the master of your own miniature world. That is, until your worst nightmare strikes, the family cat. To your cat, your multi-$100 model locomotive isn't a train, it's a toy mouse. The cat leaps onto the table like Godzilla destroying Tokyo, sending your locomotive flying off the track and smashing into a tiny plastic Starbucks. You spend the next 4 hours searching for tiny wheels under the couch, sweating profusely while your family watches from the doorway, genuinely concerned about your life choices. But hey, in your head, you are already a certified conductor. Level 2. The Amusement Park Mini Train Driver. You finally got a real job with a real paycheck. Small problem though. Your train is a neon pink plastic trolley at a local amusement park, and your top speed is a blistering 4 miles per hour. Your entire daily routine consists of pushing a big red button, pulling a fake rope that plays an annoying squeaky whistle sound, and waving at hyperactive toddlers. You wear a ridiculous striped jumpsuit, and your soul slowly leaves your body as the nursery rhyme soundtrack plays on repeat for the 500th time today. Parents are yelling at you because the queue line is moving too slow. Kids are throwing sticky candy onto the tracks. Teenagers are constantly trying to jump off while the train is in motion to film TikToks. You spend 8 hours a day making sure nobody falls under a vehicle moving at walking speed. It's physically safe, but mentally, absolute torturous noise pollution. You quickly realize this isn't real railroading, it's glorified babysitting on wheels. Level 3. The Freight Yard Shunter. Welcome to the real railroad. No more nursery rhymes, screaming kids, or plastic tracks. Now it's pure heavy steel, black grease, and diesel fumes. You are now a freight yard shunter. Your entire job is moving 100-ton steel cargo wagons back and forth across a chaotic maze of tracks, coupling and decoupling them into full trains. You don't drive long distances. You drive 30 feet forward, slam the brakes, reverse 30 feet, and smash 2 steel cars together to lock them in place. If you speed up even 2 miles per hour too fast while coupling instead of a smooth lock, you trigger a multi-million-dollar derailment, crushing steel like soda cans. Your walkie-talkie never stops screaming, back up 2 feet, stop, go forward, watch out for track 4. You work in freezing downpours at 2 a.m., your boots are caked in mud and your hands are permanently stained with motor oil. But none of that matters because you are finally operating a real 4,000 horsepower diesel locomotive. Level 4. The City Metro Driver. You made it to passenger rail. You are now driving a heavy subway train beneath a packed metropolis. But this is where real psychological anxiety kicks in. Your biggest enemy isn't mechanical failure, it's the clock. Your entire route is calculated down to the exact second. If you arrive at Station 5 just 15 seconds late, the entire transit line backs up and your control manager screams into your headset like you just caused a national emergency. Your primary daily challenge? Stopping a 300-ton train perfectly aligned with the station platform doors. If you stop just 3 feet too early, thousands of tired commuters stare at you through the glass with pure cold eyes while you awkwardly creep the train forward. Then come the door rushers. Every single stop, someone jams their bag, umbrella, or foot into the closing doors, preventing the train from departing. You spend half your shift repeating into the PA system, "Please stand clear of the doors," in a voice completely drained of human happiness. Level 5. The Long-Haul Freight Legend. You leave the crowded cities behind and venture out into the vast open wilderness. You are now driving a massive 2-mile-long freight train carrying coal, oil, and heavy machinery across the continent. This job requires master-level physics knowledge. Stopping a 15,000-ton freight train isn't like stepping on a car pedal. If you slam the emergency brakes right now, your train's momentum will push it forward for another full mile before coming to a dead stop. Every mountain descent, turn, and brake application must be planned miles in advance. Your shift lasts 12 grueling hours through desolate plains, foggy valleys, and pitch-black nights. It's just you, your co-driver, lukewarm coffee, and endless steel rails stretching to the horizon. Your ultimate battle here is against hypnosis. The repetitive clack, 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 clack of the rails constantly tries to put you to sleep. But if you close your eyes for even a few seconds, a missed red signal ahead could mean an explosive head-on collision. Level 6. The Extreme Mountain Specialist. They call you when conditions turn utterly terrifying. You drive massive industrial trains through steep mountain passes, freezing blizzards, and landslide zones. Your train is fitted with a giant rotary snowplow at the front, violently blasting through walls of ice at sub-zero temperatures. Visibility outside your windshield? Absolutely zero. You can't see 5 feet ahead. You rely entirely on memory, track sensors, and pure raw nerve. You navigate steep 6% inclines on narrow cliff edges. If your steel wheels lose traction on the icy rails, a multi-thousand-ton train will begin sliding backward down a mountain slope out of control. You constantly dump fine sand onto the icy rails from your cockpit control just to maintain a fraction of wheel grip. One minor calculation error, and you are trapped in an avalanche zone. Every single shift feels like a high-budget Hollywood survival movie. Level 7. The High-Speed Bullet Train Captain. Welcome to the absolute elite tier of traditional rail transport. You operate futuristic bullet trains flying across the country at speeds over 200 miles per hour, 320 kilometers per hour. At this speed, the world outside your window is a blurry illusion. You don't even look at trackside signals because they flash past your eyes too fast for the human brain to process. Everything is monitored by high-tech computer displays, automated safety systems, and digital control hubs inside your cockpit. Your level of responsibility is astronomical. You carry over 1,200 passengers at near-flight speeds. The precision standards are mind-blowing. In countries like Japan, if your bullet train arrives 20 seconds late, you have to submit a formal written apology to the railway board. You wear a crisp, tailored suit, white gloves, and operate with surgical focus. You aren't just a train driver anymore. You are essentially an airline pilot on ground tracks. Level 8. The Maglev and Hyperloop Pilot. You have unlocked the absolute peak of land transportation, God-tier status. Your train doesn't even touch the ground. It floats in midair on supercooled magnetic levitation fields inside a vacuum tube, traveling at a mind-bending 600 miles per hour, 1,000 kilometers per hour, faster than a commercial jet airliner. There are no steel wheels, levers, or traditional mechanical brakes here. You operate from a futuristic cyberpunk cockpit with holographic displays, constantly monitoring quantum magnetic coils, pressure seals, and automated navigation algorithms. You literally manipulate physics to teleport thousands of passengers between major cities in a matter of minutes. A single system anomaly at 600 miles per hour requires lightning-fast decision-making faster than a fighter jet pilot. You are no longer just a railroad worker. You are a pioneer shaping the futuristic boundary of human travel. So from getting your toy train destroyed by a cat in a basement to floating across magnetic fields at 600 miles per hour, which rank of train driver do you think you could actually handle in real life? Would you lose your mind at level 4 dealing with metro door rushers, or could you handle the freezing blizzards of level 6? Drop a comment below with your rank. Don't forget to hit that like button, share with your friends, and hit subscribe for more ultimate POV rank breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next track.